Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, what's going on? What's going on? We live. Let me make sure everything is correct with the audio and all that. All right, we all good. We all good. I'm gonna let these notifications get sent out before I start, before I cook. I mean, let me let the group chat know too. Make sure everything is doing what it do. Yeah, I mean, Miles Jordan, what's going on? What's going on? I hope you're doing well tonight. What's going on? We got some things that we need to discuss as usual. You know what I mean? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk. You feel what I'm saying? We definitely in the building. There's some new things that has been going on in the boxing world, and I wanted to speak on it. You know what I mean? I want to get an idea of what y'all thinking. You feel what I mean? So I'm gonna let a few people get up in here. We only a minute in right now, but shout out to Miles Jordan for being the first one to comment in the building. Texas 16 South, what's going on? He says, the full clean that wiped his nose before he did the look up at the camera selfie. What you referring to? Texas? Did I miss something? What we talking about? Did I miss something? Slime, what's going on? What's going on? Hope everybody's doing well, man. Hope everybody's doing well. Oh, you talking about Charlo for real? I wouldn't put it past him, bro. He definitely got some underlying issues that he not really talking about for sure. But we definitely gonna get into it. Shout out to the 6 people that's in the building so far. Hit the like button as soon as you come in to get the algorithm on the up. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Texas 16 South. He said he posted a video today of him on a beach somewhere. Well, I seen that he was on a boat. I didn't see him necessarily on a beach. Seen him on a boat in like Turks and Caicos or whatever. And when I initially saw the video, I was kind of confused. I'm like, on vacation? Like what's going on? See what I mean? I don't even sound right, honestly. But I'm gonna give my reasons why after the fact, man. But shout out to everybody that's in the building so far, man. Hit the like button, smash the like button as soon as you come in. For sure. Let's see. Let's see. Sure. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up for sure. Salute, salute. But anyway, man, like I said, my name Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, man. I'm chilling, bro. I really can't complain, man. Everything's going well in life, man. Son healthy, you know what I mean? Relationship healthy. Um, and my career is going great in the boxing field, man. We just getting my fighters ready for um the Golden Gloves. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Derek Moore, who's in the building, who will also be participating in the Golden Gloves, man. We looking forward to showing out, man. We gonna take over the Eastern District for sure. I cannot wait until you know what I mean. We are rewarded that. You know what I'm saying? We made a lot of progression. Everybody putting the work in that they need to put in, and it's coming to that time where we gonna have to show out, man. It's time to show out. You feel what I mean? So that's what I've been locked in on. You know what I mean? Balancing work and my career. You know what I mean? Just getting some things in order before I move into my new place. You know what I mean? Which y'all be seeing on the live pretty soon as well. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on, but I'm maintaining. You know what I mean? As a man should. You feel me? But we're gonna speak about Jermall Charlo and exactly what's going on with the Canelo fight that's supposed to take place in May. You know what I mean? And the possibility of Subriel Matias and Devin Haney fighting in 2024. We really gonna talk about it, man. We really gonna talk about it for sure. Shout out to the 9 people that's in the building. I don't know, bro. I think that my notifications ain't getting sent out like that, man. And if you one of the people that's not getting the notifications right away, you know what I mean? Just you know, uh turn the alerts off and then turn them back on. That's the best thing I could really say because YouTube mad inconsistent. I'm starting to figure out Sometimes they'll alert everybody. Sometimes they won't alert them at all. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly how that works. Sometimes I wake up and my videos are like they limit my monetization, and then every time I request a review, they put it back up. Just a lot of weird things that be going on with YouTube for real, for real. Texas 16 South as a content creator said it has to be a certain time before you go live. Well, I wasn't aware of that at all. I wasn't aware of that at all. Cause I usually go live between 10:30 and 11, you know what I mean, during the week. And some people get their notifications, some people don't. So I don't know if it's a timing thing. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, if that's the case, then maybe I gotta do some adjustments. I don't know. You know what I mean? Man, turn that light back on. Thank you. Nah, but yeah. We definitely gonna talk about Jermall Charlo. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm kind of disappointed in that man. You feel what I'm saying? I'm kind of disappointed in him and the approach he's taking right now. But I pretty much got a different perspective than everybody else. I seen some people that didn't have a problem with him doing what he was doing, but honestly, I do. Maybe it's just me speaking from a coach's perspective. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna provide my opinion regardless, because that's what y'all here for. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all here for. You're here to hear my thoughts and express yours. So we definitely gonna get into it. Stop motion MMA. He says, "What's up, Mark? What's going on? Who that on your profile picture? That's Roy. I can't see. I can't tell who that is in that picture. But shout out to Stop Motion MMA, man. Miles Jordan says, I hope Canelo ain't fighting him. I mean, I hope not either, because that's not what we really want to see. You know what I'm saying? As a boxing fan, do we really want to see an inactive, essentially? I mean, I know he just fought recently, but like overall, he's been extremely inactive. Canelo has been active consistently throughout his career. So why do we want to see that? You know what I'm saying? Why do we? He already beat up on the little brother who was active and at a smaller weight class. You know what I'm saying? So what we want to see in an active Jermall Charlo get an opportunity for, when there's plenty of fighters out here who deserve the opportunity more than Jermall Charlo. You know what I'm saying? I understand he's a name. I understand he's a name and things of that nature, but at the same time, um, he's not deserving. He's not deserving. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. I don't understand why Canelo is so hell bent on fighting Jermall Charlo. But I've been telling y'all on the channel for months now, even before the Jermall Charlo fight happened, what Eddie Reynoso and Canelo's intentions was. Why? Because there was an interview that Eddie Reynoso had done prior to the Jermall Charlo fight that was telling let me see, he was telling what the plan was. He said they were going to fight Jermell Charlo, and that they were going to fight Jermall Charlo after the fact. You see what I'm saying? He was going after the brothers, and then he did not announce a third fight. He pretty much left that up in the air. So far, what Eddie Hearn is saying seems to be coming to the light. He told you he went on that ESPN show, wherever the hell he was at, and he told the people, he was like, yo, my next opponent is going to be American. He's not going to be a Mexican. So that limits it down to three possible opponents. It limits it down to Terrence Crawford, who's an American fighter that they've been mentioning as a possible opponent, Jermall Charlo, or David Benavidez, because although he's Mexican or half Ecuadorian, uh, he's an American too. So who is it going to be? Is it going to be David Benavidez? That's very unlikely, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I'll be shocked if Canelo picks him to fight in May. You feel what I mean? So it seems to be leaning towards Terrence Crawford or Jamal Charlo, and that's a 50-50 thing. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's whoever they feel like they have the biggest advantage against, or who they feel like is a better sell. You know what I mean? Like Terrence Crawford, he just came off the biggest win of his career. But essentially, they're going to have a lot of excuses about it, because Terrence Crawford will be moving up three weight classes. He hasn't even tested 154. So three weight class jump. Jamal Charlo, it's only a one weight class jump, but he's been inactive for a very long time. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, neither one of them I really want to see, man. The main fight I want to see is David Benavidez, but I'm gonna let's get into Jermall Charlo. You feel what I mean? Let's get into it. Shout out to my boy Ray Davis. Shout out to my boy Ray Davis in the building. He said, "Peace, champ. Hope all is well. Everything is well, man. Thank you for asking. I hope everything's going well with you too. You see what I'm saying?" Liam, I mean, he said, wait. I'm tripping. I'm a little bit tired right now, y'all. My fault. Kevin Durant, he says, "You think Paro on a good night could beat Matias?" I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. The only fight I've seen from Leon Paro was the Montana Love fight. And he got some skills, you know what I mean? He got some pop as well. He could fight, he got skills, but I don't know if that approach that he took against Montana Love will necessarily work against somebody like Subriel. I honestly think that Subriel will get Leon Paro up out of there. I think that pressure gonna be too much. He's extremely heavy-handed. I think he's gonna break Liam down and get him up out of there. You feel what I mean? Because Montana Love, although he had gotten dropped and stopped or whatever, he had landed some shots on Liam Paro. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like his defense is anything concerning or he's that great of a boxer. I think he's a skilled fighter, but I think he's average for the 140-pound division from what I've seen so far. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Texas says Leon Power reminds me of the white kid who gave Floyd that work that day in the gym. Are you referring to Paul Spadafora? Yeah, I think Subriel is gonna stop Leon Paro for sure. You know what I mean? David, a Mexican, I live in a border state. The only people who can say or debate if Benavidez or any Hispanic born in the States. What? David, a Mexican? I mean, I don't know what you meant by that, but if you're born in the US, you're American technically. Yeah. Yeah, that's usually how it works. If you're born in the States, you are an American. You know what I mean? And Mexicans don't really consider Mexican Americans full blood Mexicans. You know what I mean? They look at it at like if you weren't born here, then you're not like 100% Mexican. That's how a lot of Puerto Ricans be looking at it. If you weren't born on the island, you know what I'm saying? You're not really. I mean, you an American. You're not like a full blood like Boricua. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. Morel got his U.S. citizenship, so it could be Morel. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He wasn't born. He wasn't born in the states. You know what I mean? That's a real Cuban right there. So, no, he definitely not referring to David Morel at all. You know what I mean? That's like people that's calling Arthur Beterbiev a Canadian fighter. He's not a Canadian fighter, bro. That man was born out in Russia. You know what I mean? Through time, he was able to get a Canadian citizenship, but that's not a Canadian fighter right there, boss. He came up in Russia. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into Jamal Charlo, man. There's a lot of comments coming on right now. We got 24 people in the building, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. Let's get them let's get those likes up for sure. Let's get into Jamal Charlo. So Jamal Charlo, I guess he had went on live on Instagram or whatever the case was. I missed the live. Honestly, I just saw the clips that had surfaced afterwards on YouTube and stuff like that. And it looks like Jamal Charlo is enjoying his time. You know what I mean? Out in Turks and Caicos, according to him. He was with his wife. You know what I mean? Somebody who I thought he had separated from, but I guess they working things out. Along with the wife's mother. So his mother-in-law was also there. So it looked like it was a family vacation. It looked like he was on a boat. You know what I'm saying? The water looked all nice and clear. You could tell he was at a good spot. You know what I'm saying? He was just chilling, living it up. It looked like he had a couple. He looked like he had a drinky drink with him or whatever. And he got to talking his talk. And Jamal Charlo has a tendency of going live whenever he's under the influence of something. You know what I'm saying? He does it a lot. He's admitted it. I think on the Mike Tyson podcast or whatever that he enjoys the champagne here and there. You know what I mean? Basically admitting to indulging in liquor and things like that. And we've seen him on Instagram Live plenty of times, especially late at night, just talking all crazy, clearly intoxicated. You feel what I'm saying? And I think this is just another situation of that. And in the process of being on live and, drinking Pina Colada, whatever the hell it is. He got to talking about Canelo Alvarez. He made it clear that the fight's not official. You know what I mean? He hasn't talked to Al since the last fight, and he don't know anything that's going on right now. So essentially, he didn't give us any updates. But this is what's concerning about Jermall Charlo, in my opinion, right? And he a grown ass man. He can move however he want. He could do whatever he wants, especially with his family. It's his money. He can move however he wishes. But just speaking from a coach's standpoint, or just somebody who genuinely wants to see the dude win, because am I the biggest fan of the Charlos? Absolutely not. I don't. In all honesty, I'm very critical of them. I'm not really the biggest fan of them. Neither one of them, in all honesty. But to see this man on vacation, it's kind of concerning to me. I understand that May is some time away. You know what I'm saying? We currently we about in the middle of February right now. So we got March, April, May. So that's about what, 12 weeks and some change. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 14 weeks away, 13, 14 weeks away from that May date. So a lot of people looking at it, oh, he can enjoy himself. He has a good amount of time. I mean, that's the approach you want to take, then it makes sense, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm understanding of that. However, what Jermall Charlo doesn't really, I mean, what people are not really looking into is Jermall Charlo has been inactive for a couple years. You know what I'm saying? I understand he came back on that Benavidez and Andrade undercard, and he fought 12 rounds or 10 or 12 rounds with Jose Benavidez or whatever. So all of a sudden, people just think that ring rust is completely gone, and he's active, he's back in the mix. But at the same time, like, he had a training camp, that's cool, but there's still a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he showcased a good performance against Jose, but he still didn't necessarily look like he was 100% himself. We seen the rust kind of like fall off as the rounds went on. However, was he the hitman Charlo that we was accustomed to seeing prior to his long layoff? Like the one that fought Dervinchenko, the one that fought J Rock, the one that fought Brandon Adams. No, that's not the same Charlo. You know what I mean? There was some differences there. Um, and I think that, in all honesty, a vacation should be the least of Jermall Charlo's concerns right now. That's just my honest opinion. Like, you just came off of a 2-year layoff. Why are you even considering going on vacation right now when you possibly have the biggest fight of your life ahead of you with Canelo Alvarez? Because it's a good chance you might win the Canelo sweepstakes. You know what I'm saying? You might get that life changing payday. And if you want to be in the best position to win possible, then there's no reason why you should be on vacation right now. You see what I mean? Like, you was off for 2+ years. That's your vacation, bro. You do one fight, you do one training camp. One fight, one training camp, but all of a sudden you out there celebrating as if you worked so hard in this last year that just flew by. No, bro. There's plenty of work for you that needs to be done. You need to continuously be in that gym. You need to lock yourself in that gym, and you need to put the work in so you could be in the best position possible to get a legacy defining win in Canelo Alvarez, because you have the tools. You know what I'm saying? Jermall Charlo has the tools. We know that. We know he's a gifted fighter. We know he could fight. I'm rooting for him to win if he fight Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? Despite my beliefs that Canelo will beat him at this point in time, but I'm rooting for him to beat Canelo Alvarez. But are you taking the steps necessary? You know what I'm saying? Are you taking the steps necessary to put yourself in the best position to win? Absolutely not, bro. You're drinking. You're clearly intoxicated, drinking on a boat in Turks and Caicos, while I'm sure Canelo Alvarez is in the gym just getting him preparing for camp. You feel what I'm saying? This is not a good look, man. This is not a good look at all. And I seen Charlo. I think somebody mentioned that to Charlo in the comments. He was like, "This is why I don't talk to y'all, man. This is why I don't talk to y'all, man. That's why." Like, bro, you can't tell these dudes nothing, bro. Because believe it or not everybody's hating on you, bro. You might have a few people in the comments that say some crazy shit like, oh, fuck Texas, or fuck Cubs only. They'll say some stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? Those are haters. But there are some people that are fans of you that are going to shoot some harsh criticism your way because they want to see you do better. That's the mind frame that I'm coming from. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't got no reason to hate on you. I don't know you. I don't know you as a person. I'm not even going to judge you from that standpoint. But me being who I am and being in boxing so long, I understand I understand a mistake when I see it, and I'm gonna call it out when I see it. You feel what I mean? And I think that at this point in time, when you've been inactive for so long, if you only had one fight within like 2+ years, 1, 2 years, I don't even know how long it was. Somebody remind me how long the layoff was in the comments. You've had one fight in about 2 years, and you feel the need to go, um, you feel the need to go on vacation and drink 3 months away from possibly the biggest fight of your career. I don't really understand that, bro. That's a miscalculation on Charlo's part. And that a little stuff like that could really give Canelo the advantage because while you out there partying and drinking, whatever type of recreational activities you getting into, Canelo in there training his ass off, formulating a plan for you, watching your tapes. You know what I'm saying? Truly being locked in on his craft. You see what I mean? He already been plotting on you, bro. Eddie Reynoso been told you that after he beat Jermall, that he was gonna go pursue Jermall. So Jermall should have been on his toes ever since then. You already know that they plotting on Jermall because they wanted to fight Jermall first, but he turned it down because he said he wasn't ready from a mental aspect. You feel me? It's Jermall, Texas with the A. You know what I'm saying? But you said you wasn't ready from a mental standpoint, so they went and they beat up your little brother instead. You see what I mean? Now, Miles Jordan said Canelo picking on a weak man. That's true. He's catching Jermall Charlo at one of the lowest point in his career. But you know who's making it even worse? Jermall Charlo, because look what he's doing right now. It's not like we in the amateurs, bro. It's not like we in the amateurs and there's like a local show coming up and you got like a certain amount of time and you decide to go on vacation for a little bit. That's understandable because it's not that big of a deal. But we talking about world title level against a Hall of Fame fighter who's currently one of the biggest stars in the sport right now. If you beat Canelo Alvarez, that's gonna put you in a position where you could. I'm sure you're already a millionaire. I'm sure you already made like money. You made a shit ton of money, but if you were to defeat Canelo Alvarez, that could put you in a whole different tax bracket than where you are right now. This could really be some generational wealth that you could build just based off of this one moment. You feel me? 6/19/21 was Montiel. Okay. And when did he fight Jose Benavidez? It was what? I don't even know. Did they fight in October? Okay. So look at that right there. So that's 2 years. That's 2 years and some 2.5 years. That's what it's looking like. 2.5 years, 2 years and 5 months. 2 years and 5 months. And you're gonna go do one fight, you're gonna have one training camp, and instead of locking yourself in the gym and just getting back to where you were at one point, or even surpassing that level that you was at one point, you on an island sipping on pina coladas with your wife and family and stuff like that, bro. You need to get focused, bro. You need to get focused. All right, I already had seen this question, but I think he just copy and pasted it. He says, "Yo, Mazuma TV, do you think Mauricio Lara should have got the vacant WBA title shot instead of two dudes with less than 15 fights? Should have been Lara versus number one WBA contender for the vacant title." Um, who are the two guys that's fighting for the belt? I mean, possibly. I know Mauricio Lara, he's been at the top of his division for a while. You know what I'm saying? Let's look over at Mauricio Lara's record real quick before I move on because that's not something I really wanted to speak about. But fuck it, let's look into what he's got going on. It looks like he's gonna be fighting Daniel Lugo, February 16th. But his last performance was a loss. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Lee Wood. So you think he's deserving of a world title shot after coming off of a loss? I don't know. I mean, Rolly Romero did it, so I guess Raymond Ford and Otterbeck. Well, I think that. Well, I think Raymond Ford had a version of the WBA belt, and I think Otterbeck, he that man like 12-0 with 11 knockouts. I don't know if if Mauricio Lara is more deserving. He needs to bounce back off of this loss, and from what I see, he already got a fight lined up. So I don't even think he worried about getting a WBA title shot right now. So it looked like he participating in a 10 rounder. And who's this gonna be under? It looked like he fighting in Mexico. So it looked like he just trying to bounce back at this point in time. It don't look like he necessarily worried about a title shot. He trying to get back in the winning column. And this is gonna be promoted by Matchroom. So, you know, we just gonna have to wait and see, man. I don't know if Mauricio Lara really deserves that right now. That's just my personal opinion. He need to get back in the winning column before we could speak about that. Nah, but there's people like Rolly Romero who get knocked out and then fight for a world title his next fight. So I don't know. I don't know, bro. That's the business of boxing, man. What can I say? But yeah, that's what I wanted to speak about with Jermall Charlo. You know what I'm saying? There's some weird shit that's going on with him. You know what I mean? He definitely don't got nobody to really tell him when he doing shit right or when he doing shit wrong. Ain't nobody there really checking him. You feel what I mean? The last thing he should be worried about in 2024 is liquor, bro. That should be the last thing he worried about when he has potentially the biggest fight of his career on the on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Jamal Charlo and I know that that opportunity is within my grasp, I'm gonna do everything I can in the lead up to that fight to make sure there's no stone that's unturned. You know what I'm saying? I'm crossing my T's, dotting my I's. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure everything is on point, so I'm in the best possible position to win. The last thing I'm worried about right now is a vacation. The last thing I'm worried about is spending time with the in-laws. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. We could do that after this. After this, we could take part in that. But as of right now, I'm just locked in. I'm focused on the goal. You know what I'm saying? So um hopefully that vacation ain't too long. You know what I mean? Hopefully he get back in the gym and really lock in because right now he not on the right path. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He not. He not. And with I mean, I never was the one who really trusted Jamal Charlo's character anyway. I do think that he switch up when certain people are in the room. You know what I mean? Or he act like he want to fight certain guys and then he never fights them. Uh, well, listen, I don't even know where I was gonna go with that. But regardless, I'm tired of shit right now, so I'm just like I'm all over the place. But for the most part, what I'm trying to say is I don't trust that man's character. Jamal Charlo, I don't trust his character at all. I think that him and his brother are extremely uh respectful towards Canelo Alvarez. They low key idolize this man. Jermell Charlo told you in an interview that he used to idolize Canelo Alvarez. When I heard that, I was like, oh man, he got too much respect for Canelo. I think Canelo gonna get him, man. And best believe when he was in there, he act like he was afraid of Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And I think Jamal Charlo has a similar mindset to his brother in that way, where they look at Canelo like he's some type of god. You see what I'm saying? Oh, he the biggest star in boxing. I think that when Jamal Charlo realizes that those lights have been bright as they've ever been, I think that he gonna be real respectful with Canelo in the ring as well. But I'm rooting. I hope I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I hope that he's able to pull out the victory against Canelo, so we can send him about his way, and we can get David Benavidez the opportunity that he deserves. You feel me? Because Canelo Alvarez doesn't seem to be trying to give that to David Benavidez anytime soon, and it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? I say that if Canelo doesn't give Benavidez that shot by September, then I'm giving him the full pass to just move up to 175 and explore his options up there because Canelo ain't doing nothing but wasting his time. For real, for real. Stop motion MMA says, "How you gonna idolize a fighter from your era?" That's a fact, bro. That's an extremely valid question. You feel what I mean? But and those are the same questions that I pose as well. It's like, bro, he's a part of your era and was at your weight class at one point in time, and all he had to do was move up and wait, and suddenly you idolize him. It sounded like you was idolizing him the whole time, like you was infatuated with this man for a long time. Sound like you wanted to be this man for a long time. That's what it sounds like in my head, personally. You feel what I mean? But that's the funny shit that they be on. And you could tell like Jermell, he looked like he was starstruck in there. Like he couldn't believe he was in the ring with Canelo. You feel what I mean? Jermell Charlo, oh, lions only. Oh, I'm a warrior. Oh, I'm a lion. Oh, I'm a warrior. You see what I'm saying? Uh So it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. Uh, I don't trust them dudes at all. You feel what I mean? In all honesty, I would trust Terrence Crawford's character more than the Charlos going into that fight, even with the crazy disadvantage. Uh, Even if he has a crazier disadvantage than Jermall Charlo does, but you know, it is what it is. Strip his belts and give them to the real 168 champs. Yo, Kevin, I agree with that 1,000%. But are them sanctioning bodies actually going to do that? Are they going to take that pay cut? Because essentially that's what it's going to be. Because them getting whatever percent between 1 and 3% from Canelo, they might get a significant more amount. They'll get a lot more money getting 2% out of Canelo than they are to get 2% out of David Benavidez. You know why? Because Canelo makes substantially more money than David Benavidez. So with that being known, it's like, are they really going to try to take that pay cut to maintain the integrity of boxing? Absolutely not. These sanctioning bodies don't give a fuck about the integrity of the sport of boxing. They care about their pockets. You see what I mean? Especially the WBC, they've shown you time and time again that they do not care what's right for boxing. They care what's on those paychecks at the end of the day. You feel me? So I mean, that's morally the right thing to do, but I don't think they're moving off morals, man. They just moving off of what they feel is right from a business aspect. You feel me? Let's say I'm saying they should give Canelo a WBC franchise belt since he want to be a prize fighter so badly. Uh, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? If that'll make Canelo feel better, where he don't got to defend it, he don't got to defend that version of WBC or whatever, then fuck it. You know what I mean? Whatever could get him away from that belt and put Benavidez in position to be the full-fledged champion at 168, I'm for it. So I actually like that idea. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of the franchise belt, but I'll deal with the franchise belt in order to see Benavidez be the man in his division because, he's the ones that seems to be legacy driven or willing to prove to be the best. It doesn't seem like Canelo's on that type of time right now. Canelo's on that type of time right now where he feels like he's proved everything he needed to prove. You know what I'm saying? He's already in the history books. So what does he care to really prove to anybody right now? He feels like he's done enough. He's content. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, he just need to get rid of them belts and just I mean, you already became undisputed. You defended your undisputed titles a couple times. You know what I mean? So just vacate them belts and just I mean, you bigger than a belt. You don't need a belt. So why are you carrying them around? You feel what I mean? So it is what it is. Stop motion MMA says, how you feel about Andre versus Carlos Adames? That's a good fight. I think that a lot of people are going to be underestimating Demetrius Andre based off of that last performance from David Benavidez. But believe it or not, hopefully speaking that fight didn't take too much from Andre being in his mid-30s now and then coming off of a punishing loss against David Benavidez. Hopefully he's able to, you know what I mean, recover properly and still be the dangerous fighter that he was in the past. I think that if Andre is himself, you know what I mean, and does what he does, I think he could defeat Carlos Adames. You see what I'm saying? I think that he has a skill set. I think he has the speed. You know what I'm saying? I think he has the punching power to keep Adames honest. You know what I mean? And Andre got a lot of bags he can go into. He can get into um, uh, the sharp boxing bag. You know what I mean? He could let his hands go. He could be fast. He could be explosive. He could be awkward. So it could be a tough test for Carlos Adames. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not too big on Carlos Adames, honestly. Like I know he up there, he winning and things of that nature. But in terms of like looking at like his fights and stuff like that, it's not anything that really caught my eye about him. Like I've seen him beat J Rock and stuff like that, but even then, like J Rock seemed to have his moments at certain instances, and J Rock's not really at the top of his career right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would have Demetrius Andre. I'll be picking him to beat Carlos Adames if they were to fight, but that's under the condition that Demetrius Andre is still himself. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Stop motion says David beat my boy Andre so bad, I almost cried. Yo, I didn't think it was gonna go like that. Like I knew David probably was gonna drown him, eventually, but I thought that I didn't think it would be so devastating in the fashion in which David Benavidez did it, man. That was really impressive. Tesla says, "Thank you for the opportunity. Respect to the Mazuma Nation. Thank you for tuning in, my brother. I appreciate the positive words. You know what I mean, and your consistent support. So thank you for tuning in. And yeah, much respect to the nation for sure. You part of the nation, Tesla. Remember that. Uh-huh. So Kevin says, "Can you imagine if Canelo tries to cherry pick Jaime Munguia and loses all his belts like Bivol versus Canelo 2.0?" Well, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Like people downplay Munguia and shit like that because of his resume and stuff like that. But and I understand that John Ryder wasn't the best version of himself. I'm aware of that. But just looking at what Jaime Munguia does in the ring, he's very good offensively. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, he lets his hands go. He be in pretty good shape. You could tell he got some pop behind his punches. He's a big, physically strong dude. That's something else you could pick up from watching his fights as well. That offense could give Canelo some trouble. You know what I mean? Because Canelo was elusive at one point. You know what I mean? 154, 160. He showed some great defensive abilities. But I feel like as he's moved up at 168 to conserve energy, because using upper body movement can be exhausting if you overdo it. You know what I'm saying? It can be a energy burner. You feel what I mean? So I think as he moved up in weight, he adopted more of the high guard style. You know what I'm saying? Not really bending at the waist as much and, burning all that energy. It seemed like he just walked to dudes with his high guard. He keep his high guard nice and tight. And whenever he gets somebody to the ropes, that's when he let combinations go. You feel what I mean? I think that if he were to use that same high guard against Jaime Munguia, Munguia might be able to pick him off. You know what I'm saying? And hit him with some good shots. You feel me? That's what I personally believe. I think that he could. I think he could manipulate that high guard pretty well. However, Munguia is very he lacks a lot in the defensive department. You feel what I mean? I'm anonymous. I am aware that Munguia is nowhere near a Bivol. We do know that. Hands down, we know that. But just speaking from a stylistic standpoint, Munguia is very dangerous offensively. Um, and if Canelo were to walk with the high guard, he may get hit with some shots. You know what I mean? The high guard can be a good defense according to the style that you facing. With somebody like that has high volume and punching power like Jaime Munguia, it could be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is very durable, Pagai. I agree with you 1,000%. I think he is extremely durable, but as Canelo is getting older, there's only so much a fighter could take as they continue to climb in age. He told you he got 5 years left. You feel what I'm saying? So he's already thinking about retirement. He's already on his way out of here. That window's closing more and more. You know, as you get older, your durability starts to fade along with your reflexes and your timing and things of that nature. So we just got to be objective. You know what I mean? I do think Canelo still defeats Jaime Munguia at this point in time because I do think his lack of defense can get him hurt against Canelo Alvarez, or Canelo will be able to land some clean, effective shots on him that'll run him up some rounds. But regardless, Munguia can present some trouble to Canelo Alvarez, but Canelo told you his next opponent is not going to be a Mexican fighter. So I guess we could disregard that right now. You know what I'm saying? Who said, okay, Munguia, really young and has a good chin, and I can see an upset if he keeps the pressure on Canelo all night. Well, yeah, I have seen Munguia get hurt in certain fights, though. I've seen him get hurt. Um, you know what I'm saying? I've seen him get hurt. So I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not a possibility that Canelo could hurt him. Anonymous says Munguia gets rocked in like every fight. Yeah, so he could definitely get rocked by Canelo Alvarez because Canelo could crack. That's for sure. I know people that spar Canelo and they said that boy could crack. So, and that's with 16 ounces. So imagine some tons. Canelo Alvarez is in the building. Shout out to my boy Canelo for stopping by. He says, "Who is you favorite Mexican fighting? Who is you Mexican?" That might be Canelo. It sound like Canelo when he talk English. Who is you favorite American fighting? Um, my favorite Mexican fighter right now happens to be your op, Canelo. David Benavidez, along with Ben Rodriguez. Those are my favorite Mexican fighters as of right now. You see what I'm saying? If we want to talk about all time, probably Juan Manuel Marquez. Um, yeah, I think that's my favorite Mexican fighter ever. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it's David Benavidez. Somebody that you scared to fight, Canelo. That's my favorite Mexican fighting. Yep. Historically, Marquez. All right, so we see Ada Ada and Anonymous. 'Cause that's my favorite Mexican fighter ever. Love how that way that dude fight. Honorable mention Eric Morales. He was a good fighter as well. It was kind of sad when I saw Danny clean him up, bro. I was like, damn, that was a bad job. But anyway, yeah, man. So that's essentially what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like I said, Canelo said his next opponent ain't Mexican. You know what I mean? It's gonna be an American. So we gotta rule in some people. He said Benavidez is not a real Mexican. I mean, I guess. I guess. I mean, he's Mexican and Ecuadorian. You know what I mean? He from the US, so you call it whatever you want. A Singh says best fighter you've seen in the gym. Oh, Jerron Ennis. Boots, for sure. Hands down. Um Raymond Ford. He impressed me a lot when I seen him at the gym. Who else? I've seen J Rock in preparation for Jared Hurd, and he looked really sharp. You know what I mean? Carl Dargan, he looked real sharp. But Jerron Ennis, definitely uh the best fighter I've seen in the gym. Just he got everything, bro. I knew when he was like around when he didn't even have 20 fights when I seen him spar at one time. Um, I heard about him in the amateurs, of course, but when I really got to see him work in preparation for like his first televised fight against like Armando Alvarez, man, he was sensational, bro. Um, I've seen him do shit in the ring that I've never seen anybody do. You know what I'm saying? I'll get into that a little later if I obviously get him on the show eventually. But um, Boots was extremely impressive. Um, he had sparred one of our super middleweights who had 54, who was 3 weight classes above him, and he picked our guy apart, man. And he was talking trash to us in the corner while the dude was throwing punches at him, and he was literally ducking and slipping shots. He's strictly basing his defense off of his peripheral vision. And while he's talking shit to us in the corner, because we trying to give our fighter instructions, and he's responding to the instructions by saying he can't hit me. And while the guy's throwing punches, he's literally slipping and rolling underneath shots, but he's not looking at the guy. He's looking at us. I'm trying to tell you, bro. He was talking shit to us while our guy was trying to hit him to hurt him. And he's literally slipping this shot while looking at us. You know what I'm saying? Smother him, come back out. You feel what I mean? He catching the other shot. Bro, he's not looking at the guy. The guy cannot fucking hit him. I'm telling you, bro. Um, I seen Boots spar 15 rounds with 3 other guys, bro. Fresh guys, and he's not even showing any signs of fatigue. Um, he was phenomenal, bro. And this guy, the super middleweight guy that he sparred, was ranked in the top 10, top 15 in the country at super middleweight, bro. His name was Brandon Robinson. Y'all can look him up. Like he just, bro, Boost was just on another level, bro. I knew from then he'd be world champion. I knew from then. I always knew that he had the potential, but seeing him locked in that zone, I was like, bro, I've never seen nobody like this ever. And I've been around some top caliber fighters. I've been around multiple world champions, top Olympians, top amateur fighters, like #1 guys ranked in the country. Bro, I've never seen nobody like Jerron Ennis, bro, in the gym. Never. Never. Um, can you imagine that shit, bro? You're throwing punches at somebody who's not even looking at you, talking shit to your people, and he's still making you miss while he's not looking at you. You know what I'm saying? It's sensational. He sounds like he shines in the gym in a controlled environment under his settings, so to speak. Well, he shines regardless. He shines regardless. We saw that Romain Villa performance. We seen the Castillo Clayton performance. We seen the Thomas Delorme performance, bro. Like we've seen him. I've seen him spar guys who was world champion, and bro, I ain't even gonna say that. That's because there wasn't that many people in the gym. But I'm gonna tell you this: there was only like a few people that was in there. Breadman. Yeah, yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Breadman, because Breadman from Philly, bro. We from Philly. We be at the same gyms. We be seeing the same shit. Breadman knows. He said the same exact thing. Boots is the best fighter he's seen in the gym. Bro, it's a fact. Bro, there's nobody I've ever seen like Boots in the gym. Never. Nobody. And I've been around some phenomenal fighters, bro. I'm telling you something good, bro. I never seen nobody like Boots, bro. I'm not glazing him. I'm not gassing him. Nothing. It's just being real, bro. I wish I could say that. I wish I could say that about somebody I happen to train and things like that. And I got some great talent in my stable, but Boots is just he's like in a different like atmosphere, bro. He just on a different planet with it, bro. I'm telling you. If y'all was to see the shit that we saw, bro, y'all would understand. Y'all would really understand, bro. You feel what I mean? Yep. Yep. He said DSG and his dad said, no, he's for real 7 years ago. I believe you. Yeah, and that's exactly why Danny and them don't want no smoke with Jerron in this. You know what I mean? I understand DSG is at 154 now, but there was a point in time. Uh I ain't even gonna adjust. I'm gonna adjust that after this. Um That's exactly why they were supposed to be at the same weight class at one point, and Boo said he was down to fight him, and DSG ain't even want to look his way, bro. He didn't want no smoke with him. He know what had happened, bro. In the preparation for Earl Spence, Danny could have easily chose Boots for a sparring partner. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. You feel what I mean? But I understand why, because Boots not gonna work with you. Boots gonna try to get you the fuck up out of there, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And I don't think that'd have been in Danny's best interest because he fuck around would have made it to the fight, in my honest opinion. Who's your most talented fighter of all time? I'm gonna say Roy Jones, prime Roy Jones. That's probably the most gifted fighter I've ever seen, uh, ever for sure. Southpaw don't fuck with I guess he meant to say me. Southpaw don't fuck with you no more because you a pro Devin Haney channel after you got free clout. Well, I'm not a pro Devin Haney channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to classify myself as that because if Devin Haney were to do something wrong, I would call him out on it. You know what I'm saying? I hold everybody accountable on this channel. If they doing something right, I applaud them for it. If they doing something wrong, I criticize them for it. And that's just how I give it up. Definitely not a pro Devin Haney channel. And Bill Haney gave me free clout because he popped up on a live that he happened to see on his timeline. I mean, if that's what you want to call it, then cool. You feel what I mean? But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, he came and he visited the channel. So what? You know what I mean? If he want to come and he want to speak his piece, then he can. You know what I mean? If Javante were, hypothetically speaking, if Javante were to hop on the channel and want to express his opinions, I'll bring him on the channel as well. That apply to Coach Calvin. That apply to anybody who's a part of the boxing world. You feel what I mean? I let people come on here and they speak their piece, and I never met them or knew about them a day in my life. So um, a pro Devin Haney channel, that's nonsense. You know what I mean? The type of society that we in nowadays, people can't really handle it when you don't see the same things that they see, or you don't speak from the same perspective that they speaking from. You know what I mean? If you don't agree with them nowadays, you a hater. If you don't agree with them nowadays, you a op. It's like everybody want yes men around them. You see what I'm saying? I got plenty of people that I talk with at the gym all the time that are professional fighters, amateur fighters who have a different opinion from mine. But you know what I mean? It's still respect and love at the end of the day. You can feel one way and I can feel one way. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. That's just how men move. You know what I mean? Rudy G said this is a pro boxing channel. Yes, of course. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. You feel me? That's exactly what it is. But nowadays, if you don't agree with people, or you see, or or you just have a different perspective on a situation, then they feel like, you backstabbing them or whatever. Bro, I'm never gonna just agree with somebody. I'm never just gonna rock with everybody say. Have y'all ever met somebody that y'all agree with 1,000%? Never. Never. Y'all can see the eye to eye on a lot of shit. Out of 10 things, y'all might see eye to eye on like 8 of them. But them two, y'all gonna disagree with. You never gonna agree with somebody fully, bro. If you're being yourself. If you're being yourself and you're not a yes man, you're bound to disagree with somebody eventually. You know what I mean? And it ain't no shade to Southpaw or anybody like that, man. It is what it is. He helped my channel get to where it's gotten to. He definitely helped me with that first 1,000. He was able to help me um uh become monetized on the channel. You know what I mean? I thanked him for that. But at the end of the day, man, I still have my own mind. I'm gonna speak my opinion and I'm gonna hold people accountable whether I'm a fan of them or not. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm a fan of Javante Davis, but I do think that he's moving kind of sloppy right now. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. There's people in this comments right now that I never blocked, I never banned, and they never agree with me. But it is what it is. We fan, we talk. They're part of the nation. They rock with me. I rock with them. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna dwell too much on that because I probably got like a good 10 minutes left on here. So let's speak on um what's possible in 2024, man. You know what I mean? And that's Subriel versus Devin Haney. Now I'm saying this because if y'all haven't heard, Subriel Matias just signed a co-promotional deal with Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? According to Boxing Scene and other sources, they said that this is a multi-fight deal. So it seems like Subriel is going to be with Matchroom for the next couple years. It seems like, you know what I mean, at least the next two. And I think it's a very smart move on Subriel's part. I ain't gonna lie to you because when you're looking at who has probably some of the best talent at 140 pounds, you got to mention Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. If not, you just got to mention DAZN overall as a network because if you're talking about 140, Eddie Hearn has Regis Prograis. He has Liam Paro, who Subriel's about to face in Puerto Rico, according to the sources, according to the reports. We could talk about did I said Regis Prograis, Liam Paro. Of course, I know this is not going to be an option or anything like that, but of course they got Montana Love, they got fucking Richardson Hitchens, um, and most importantly, they got Devin Haney, who's a current WBC uh super lightweight champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is somebody that Subriel has been real optimistic about fighting in the future, and I think that with him signing over to Matchroom now, and being and having his talent showcased on the zone, I think that this opens a huge opportunity for a big unification fight, a big money fight. You feel what I mean? And whoever wins out of them two, which it'll be a great fight, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the styles match up with each other. This will get them. This will get the 140-pound division closer to um, one champion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that Eddie Hearn had done this strategically. You know what I mean? I think he wants to build at this point in time, he's gonna take Subriel and put him in fights that are winnable and bring him over to Puerto Rico to get the people more excited about him and continue to build his fan base over in his uh hometown. You feel what I mean? And then bring him over to the States and make him more of a well-known name in the boxing game. You know what I mean? Keep building him up as this boogeyman and then put him up against um one of the most accomplished dudes in the division in Devin Haney. You feel what I'm saying? Who just had a sensational performance against Regis Prograis. And he's about to fight Ryan Garcia April 20th. So it's a good job, man. It's a good fight. You know what I mean? I'm really looking forward to seeing them fight. Hopefully Eddie Hearn can make this happen because although Eddie Hearn is making some big moves right now, he does have a history of not making the biggest fights happen. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll have two people in a good position where they could fight and they aren't able to. You know what I'm saying? Or at least at the right time. For example, Kell Brook, Amir Khan. You feel what I'm saying? They were supposed to fight years before they had ended up fighting each other. And they had fought each and that fight had been so long overdue that the winner and the loser both retired after that fight. Facts. You see what I'm saying? They both walked away from the sport of boxing, the winner and the loser. Kell Brook walked away. Amir Khan walked away. You know what I'm saying? So they was already on their last leg by the time they got to facing each other. So there's that. You know what I mean? Hopefully Eddie Hearn could get it together. He's been making some pretty decent fights as of lately. I'm sure he's partially responsible for the Haney and Ryan Garcia fight happening. He also was a part of the whole situation with uh that Saudi card with Anthony Joshua and Otto Wallen and Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker and things of that nature. He took part in that. He did his little part in that, making that shit happen. So Eddie he's been doing his thing, man. Shout out to Eddie Hearn for making this fight happen. It was a smart, strategic move, and just getting the best talent at 140 pounds. You feel what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to seeing that fight happen, man. It's a great stylistic matchup, and I don't know who wins that fight, man, because I could see it happening as to where Devin Haney just puts on a massive class of boxing and just frustrating Subriel from the outside and not allowing him to get close to establish his offense, not allowing him to set his feet to let his punches go. And I could also see Matias walking to Devin Haney, you know what I mean, not being phased by the kid's power and letting his hands go. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Devin Haney um, struggle against pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen Vasil Lomachenko in those later rounds against Devin Haney let his hands go and apply that pressure, and he was having success because although Devin Haney understands distance real well and has a great jab, his defense isn't the best. You know what I'm saying? It's not like where he's like Pernell or even like a Shakur or a Floyd where they make you miss totally and make you look dumb. Like Devin, he has sound defense. Let's not get it wrong. He's not a punching bag, but at the same time, like he's capable of being hit cleanly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes on, man. That's a great fight. It's a great fight. I don't know who wins. I'm gonna keep it real with you because I can see both of them winning. I guess it's just gonna come down to who wants it more. You know what I mean? And whoever has the better game plan. I'm sure Bill and Devin, you know what I mean? They done been around every trainer. Bill Haney done brought Bill done brought Devin to every like knowledgeable trainer there is. You know what I'm saying? He done picked up little things from each one of them and was able to become a trainer himself with the knowledge he had obtained through other guys. You know what I'm saying? He done brought him to Freddie Roach. He brought him over to Virgil Hunter. He brought him over to Floyd Sr. That Devin had been all over the place, just gaining experience from other coaches. You know what I mean? And Bill was just sitting there absorbing the game. You know what I mean? Because he's not a person who actually came from boxing. You know what I mean? But he was able to learn from others that was around him. You know what I mean? So he was able to afford that luxury. You know what I mean? Just being in Las Vegas and being around great fighters like Floyd and great trainers like Floyd Senior, Roger, and things of that nature. So I'm sure they'll come up with a good game plan against Subriel, and we already know what Subriel going to do. You know what I'm saying? Subriel whole intention is to hurt you, man. So I'm loving it. You know what I mean? I'm loving it. I think this is a great move for the sport of boxing. Hopefully they could really lock that in. I'm sure Devin Haney is extremely confident in his chances against Subriel. And Subriel is he's about as confident as can be as well. He genuinely, you could tell in the way he acts, his mannerisms, his body language. He really feel like he can't be faded, bro. So somebody gonna have to shut that man up because he's really feeling like everybody's avoiding him, and he's the most dangerous fighter in his division. That's how he genuinely feels. He thinks that he could get rid of all these guys. So we're gonna have to see if Devin has the tools, the discipline, and the conditioning needed to dispose of somebody like Matias. You feel what I mean? So it's a good job. Haney has great evade patterns. That's a good term. And lower body instincts. I mean, lower body instincts. Are you referring to his legs? Because he does have good legs. His legs is actually a big part of his defense. You feel what I mean? But there's gonna be some points of time where Devin's gonna have to plant his feet and let his hands go against Matias. You feel what I mean? And that could be a dangerous situation for him. So, like I said, both guys could easily. No, I'm not gonna say easily. I think it's gonna be a tough fight either way. But I think that both guys are very capable of defeating each other. It's just gonna come down to who has the better game plan and who wants it more. You know what I mean? That's what it's gonna come down to. I think Devin will beat Ryan Garcia. I'm extremely confident Devin will beat Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? That's not really a concern of mine, really. I'm not underestimating Ryan. I just think stylistically, Devin's all wrong for him. Anonymous says, y'all, Bill Haney took a real comprehensive student route when it comes to being a trainer. Yeah, of course. Because like I said, Bill Haney didn't come from boxing. You know what I'm saying? So he took a great approach. He did something real good for his son and just brought him around some world class trainers that was able to pick up on a lot of things and just add to his toolbox, add to his knowledge as a boxing coach. And it ended up working out for him. You don't necessarily need to be a boxer or a former fighter or whatever, come from a combat background to be a great coach. There's some great coaches that was out here, some of the greatest coaches of all time, never boxed before. That's just what it is, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't want to admit it. A lot of fighters don't want to admit it, but a lot of the greatest coaches to ever step in a boxing gym never boxed before. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. See, Devin chasing a ball makes him faster than if he chased a human in the ring. What? Oh, you talking about tennis? Are you crazy? Devin got the best footwork at 140. I don't think anybody I know has better footwork than him at 140. That might be a good point. You got Matias stopping Haney? Damn. Devin would never stand in front of Matias. I think it'll be dumb for him to do that. And I think that's very unlikely because Devin's the type of fighter that he wants to win, and he wants to win in the cleanest fashion possible. You know what I'm saying? Without a scratch on him. So he don't really want to take them type of chances. You know what I mean? So looking forward to seeing it, bro. There's nothing really much to say about it. I'm not one of these fans that want the fight to just build a little more. Nah, bro, make that shit happen now. You know what I'm saying? But both guys got fights that they got to get past first. But as soon as if they both come out victorious, they need to fight each other, bro. No more waiting. Let's get this shit cracking for sure. So to catch him, to get on a career chasing ball. Oh man. But all right, man. That's pretty much my live for the night, man. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. We got 25 people in the building. If y'all can hit the like button on the way out, it is very much appreciated, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired of shit. I really had to force myself to get on live today, but I'm great that I did because we got a lot of great supporters in the building, man. Shout out to Dub, right side, Texas 16 South, the GOAT, Stop Motion MMA Anonymous. All my guys that was on here, man, I appreciate you very much. I'll be back at y'all with some more content tomorrow, and we'll be going live as well tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying, man? I hope y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. You feel what I'm saying? If y'all didn't catch the beginning of this live, please go check it out. I'll touch on of Jermall Charlo and the mistake that he's making going into this possible Canelo fight and everything else, man. Shout out to Kevin Durant, Tesla, Trap Inc. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Trap Inc. actually left a comment. He says, you should collab with Showbiz one day when it comes to the betterment of the sport. All speak the same. I mean, I'm willing to do that, but I don't know if I have any type of way to contact them in. You know what I'm saying? But I love to collab with Showbiz. You know what I mean? So if you to connect, man, just let me know. We could definitely get that emotion. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody else that's in the building, man. Rudy G's, my Philadelphian brother. You know what I mean? Oscar Cordina. Shout out to everybody. Even the fake Canelo Alvarez that was in here. A Sing. You know what I'm saying? Mar Black, I guess. Pagai Petit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that was in the building. I appreciate you guys very much, man. Everybody that's been supporting the channel. Like I said, be on the lookout for Mazuma merch. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some new merch dropping pretty soon. I'm working on it. I want to make sure um it's the best merch possible for y'all to enjoy. You know what I mean? I got some great purchases last time. I appreciate everybody that supported the last collection, but I'm gonna make sure this collection is in the best in the best condition possible. You know what I mean? So just be on the lookout for that. I had promo codes for y'all as well to enjoy. You know what I mean? So y'all not paying full price, man. But until then, y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.